All right, so I'd like to go over a couple potential scenarios, and potential, I suppose, is a little misleading because these things I have seen all of them more than once. So a global brand was trademarked in China for a product that the owner didn't make in a class they had not already registered in before by an infringer. So that example I gave of a shoe company discovering that someone had trademarked their brand to make backpacks. It's not a good position to be in, and it just drives point home about having the best IP portfolio that you can, having the strongest portfolio that you can, and sometimes that requires preemptively trademarking things and classes that your business doesn't make or you don't plan to make in the future, just to protect yourself. And then renewal certificates. So the importance of documentation. I said that we see marketplaces require originals or colored copies, and with all the addendums and documentation along with it, if you let those trademarks lapse, if you don't be very careful about tracking your renewal schedule, because you could be looking at a year maybe of waiting for your trademark to renew if you let it expire in the first place. And that's a year where you're not able to leverage your intellectual property to take this stuff down. And that can be a major setback to your program if suddenly, maybe now all you can enforce on are, things using copyrighted images when there's all this trademark abuse out there that you've lost the ability to leverage. And then this is an important one as well. An emerging brand keeps us up to date with new product launches and maintains access to historical images. So we're helping each other to maintain the best possible relationship with these Chinese marketplaces by knowing what to expect and when it's coming. So an example of this would be a brand owner who will let us know that, okay, well, we've never made this product before, but it's going to be out in July. So we can immediately start planning ahead and leveraging the release date of a project to maybe even enforce on product that's already out there but shouldn't be just because it hasn't been released yet. And so you see these counterfeit versions of products oftentimes before the product is actually released. And if you have that time frame and you're aware of it, then you can maybe ramp up your enforcement efforts significantly over that time period while you can leverage that information. So again, Chinese marketplaces represent a tremendous revenue opportunity for your business. There's no question that you need to be engaged with the Chinese marketplaces because it's not going anywhere. And then, again, it's also the workshop for legitimate goods as well as counterfeit. Don't get discouraged with challenges, rather acquire expertise in how to manage them. It can be incredibly frustrating when you're unable to, persuade marketplaces to take down infringing items that you as the brand owner are 100% sure that they're infringing, but they might be throwing up walls or their policies might be making it difficult for you to get anything down. So, and that goes back to being creative and adaptive and then having the expertise on, how to deal with these problems as they arise. But you don't want to get encouraged if you feel that, oh, this marketplace just isn't going to play ball. They're not going to cooperate with us at all. That's, shouldn't be the case. You just need to know what their expectations are and how to leverage, relationships with those marketplaces to have success. And you do that by finding a partner to guide you and help you navigate the landscape. People have already invested in those relationships and understanding the nuances of all the marketplaces and the best ways to navigate them. And then leveraging best practices for local enforcement. And that's another aspect of having local speakers, or native speakers rather, who understand the policies of the marketplace and can actually enforce from, with boots on the ground, again, which is oftentimes a lot more effective than doing it entirely from abroad.